Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 847. Yes, I got the number right this time.
Yay!
Yay! I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Greetings and salutations, one and all.
Okay, so I'm sporting my Adam Levine hoodie.
Ooh!
All right, and my new outfits here. And the hair is getting all darker in some areas and gray in other areas. I don't know what's happening there, but my hair's growing.
I feel for you there, Joe. I feel for you there.
All right, so in case everybody's wondering, what the hell is Matrixlord doing? Okay, why isn't he doing podcasts? Which probably nobody cares. But anyway, I'm just telling you anyway.
Want to know?
Humor me, okay? You should care. Humor me. All right? So I've been sick on and off with upper respiratory, struggling with that.
Is it because of the weather up there?
Yeah, this cold air is killing me back and forth. So I got a cold, upper respiratory, had back issues today. And besides that, I'm working a lot of hours more than usual while my body's resistance is low. I'm trying to put out this book, which my part is done. My part is finished. We came into some technical difficulties, and now I have decided, made an ultimate decision because I had a package, and I guess things change after 2 years, and things are not going smoothly at all with the cover, I got to say. I used to have people, they used to illustrate it. Now it's like all this stuff is foreign talk to them. And, you know, it's like mostly stock photos or whatever. And then I'm like, well, what about illustrate? So now it's like, even with the photos, they're limiting me to certain images and you have to pay. I'm like, why do I have to pay now? I mean, you pay enough. But then there was another issue about using images. And I really want the book to be genuine.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to be original, like all the other ones. So then I found out that they wanted to charge me more money. Despite the whole thing, I paid off another $100 for an illustrator. And I basically said, you know, I was about to do it. But then my friend contacted me. And she asked to, you know, if she could do it for me, the cover.
Nice.
So, Christine, you're the best. She's going to be doing it now for me, my buddy. And she's also going to eventually set up this whole Matrixlord212 website and all these websites of my YouTube channel, my book channel, web designer, all that stuff. So I'm very, very happy that my book is in a friend's hands. So I'm really grateful to Christine for that. And again, you know, this is my 12th book. So I love the
quality book, in other words.
Yeah. You know, it's funny, $12 is $12, but I really, the book went smoothly up until the point with the cover. And as I said, my worst nightmare came true. And, you know, now I'm in a situation where I can't have the book not come out.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like sitting there and being helpless. And unfortunately, while I do write, I do not draw. I cannot draw for the life of me. I can't, I mean, I could take pictures what I want and I could do stick figures like what I want. But in my mind, you know, so that part I have to hand off to the publisher. In this case, I'm going to do something different because I think it's happening too slow and my vision's not getting like understood in this case. First time ever. So we're going to see what happens. She's going to do the cover. And I don't know if it's going to come out this year. I'm hoping it does. But again, like I said, if the cover isn't ready, the cover isn't ready. And I'm not going to throw out some half, you know, baked thing. So I've been a lot stressed out about the book thing and my health, which, you know, it's sickness. It's wintertime. It's whatever.
Yeah.
And then
I know how you feel because the weather around here in Oklahoma can't decide. Like they say, if you don't like the weather in Oklahoma, just wait an hour or so. It is true. So,
yeah. And you know, I get where I wasn't in the mood. You know, it wasn't fun. I'm like, I don't want to do podcasts. And people are like, you're missing days. You're missing, like, are you all right? What's the matter? Like, what's the matter? You don't want to do it anymore? But so, and again, I do have a responsibility because
if it's not, trust me, I know what you're saying, because if your heart's not in doing it, it's going to put out a poor quality video or poor quality anything.
And my thing is that I've been feeling really horrible because, there's very few people doing Doctor Who podcasts.
Yeah.
Like we do the Real Whovians cast, but it's very few and far between. And we don't have the material to do the new stuff. We just don't. And it's really frustrating for me because I'm used to popping out casts like you wouldn't believe, even with theories and everything. But it's gotten to a point that Moffat has
information too close to the vest, and it's everything we're getting is like just hearsay, 20th and 30th, 40th person. All that. It's like we can't put that out and then trust it to be honest.
True. And Moffat's also writing differently, where none of that stuff would come true, even if we speculated, because we've been let down a lot. Some things have been predicted a lot. So I just, and I think too, the Christmas special's coming up, and it's like, am I into it? Not really. And neither is like my kids. But besides Doctor Who, we have other podcasts. We have Walking Dead, which, you know what? We haven't done one this week. And again, I'm not into Walking Dead like I was, because it's like, I'm not really happy with what's happening. And nobody really is around to do the Walking Dead one either. So it's like, okay, mutual thing. But besides that, we do have other podcasts. We have Everything Show with Horrorcast. And again, I haven't done really that much of those either. So I do have a responsibility to the people that I run the Facebook pages for to put out some material for Doctor Who, and for the Everything Show and stuff. So I'm going to try to get out of this funk and give you guys some quality stuff. This is just basically, just wide open, free talking, everything show. Letting you guys know. I mean, there's no, let's do the news. No, this is just relaxed. Okay. It's the winter time. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you. I was about to say happy Thanksgiving to all you folks and to everybody. Hope you have a happy Turkey Day, and hope you don't make yourself stupid too much, because that's what I'm going to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go out to Golden Corral because I got to go into at 5.
Yeah, we're gonna go out to eat tomorrow, so that's gonna be cool. And the kid's gonna pop in too, so that's good. But going back to the book, this book has been in my hands working on this for years. Okay, I should have had it out in 2015, but then I lost my mom and I lost some relatives, and I just wasn't there to finish it, positively. So now that this part is done, it's like, it's kind of hard to explain, but I just feel like there's nothing else. I mean, I could start something else. I could continue something, but it's just like, let me get this out first and get it where it's in my hands.
And you just want to make certain this is done and over with.
Because you know what it is? I have manuscripts in here ready to go at any point in time, and I could tweak it or whatever, but like I keep writing, I keep writing, I'll do this book, and then it's inspired. And in a sense, I'm trying to stop myself from doing that because it's too many stuff that's got to be published, So again, I could go in any direction. I could change my direction with which book I'm going to go with next, or a brand new one, So right now I'm kind of trying not to write anything, because I'm trying to free my mind up for other things. And the holidays are coming up. So, I mean, right there, the holidays.
Keep your mind on that too.
Work and holidays, that's a given. Once, I guess the holidays are done and Christmas is done and we have a brand new year, we'll see how it goes with things. I mean, I do have the responsibility of my anniversary on YouTube, doing videos. So that will come up December 11th. So, and I know Matrixlord is down in videos by 554 videos. And it's like, wow, because usually I do 1,000 a year, and it's like, you know, I should be at 5,000 videos right now, you know, and I'm not. So, and I know that. I know that this year has been interesting, where it's been a lot less.
Having a life.
Well, you know, that may be true. You know, it is true, but it's just that there's a lot of things in the background that I'm just working on. So, besides work, you know, and besides getting a little different medical degree things that I was doing that too. Yeah, I'm at a point too. I do other things, like I write magazine articles too. I don't know if anybody's aware. So I'm busy with that more than ever. And things are changing, which is good, a positive change. And I think that once I get this book out, I think I'll get out of this funk. I think I'll be happy.
Yeah, because you got that weighing on your mind somewhat. It's like, I want to get this done, but yet I got this other stuff. But yet if I don't get this done, I won't be able to get that done.
My fear was, if I don't do a book soon, I'm going to figure out how to do it, which obviously that was proven wrong, because I did pretty good with this one. So more books, steam ahead. But the thing is that
this is what I'm thinking about the cover. This is going to sound like a crazy thing, I know, coming from me, I know. But try to get to the umbrellas which you got in your on your.
Well, let me explain.
And get maybe, I don't want to say models per se. Get a couple of people, and if you have to cover their face somewhat, cover their face, and then somebody could take a photograph of them and use them.
Well, let me explain to you the reasoning behind the umbrella. Okay. The character called the Tomorrow Girl, we call her the Tomorrow Girl. She's basically, you know, coming to the man of nothing's life, and she always has this umbrella. And while it looks great artistically, you know, oh, it looks cool, like old school, you know, couples. Yeah. That's not why she has the umbrella, okay? There is something with that umbrella that is enhanced, and it's like a power source. It's like a protection against unnatural things. For whatever reason, that's not become explained yet. So that thing is like a really important thing to her. And when she has it, she could do all these amazing things in her possession. Sort of like Captain America has his shield, right? He knows how to swing it around. Yeah. If somebody else would do it, they wouldn't know what the hell they're doing. It's like once she has that, she could do a lot of, you know, and she has more confidence, and she's almost like in a powerful mode where she could, you know, be something else, you know? Sort of like that's her superpower in a way. Okay? So that thing protects her. And, you know, when she has it over, even if it's in the sunlight, it's sort of like a thing to protect against the evil, in a sense. Whatever evil.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not really known even by her own boyfriend that that's what it is. But she's always had that even before she met him, and it's a bit of one of those mysteries that will be resolved eventually. Because, again, this may be a book of poetry spoken from the characters, but this is a fictional slice of sci-fi, slice of everything else, romance, different things. You got a little bit of everything in this sucker. So we have a time traveler from the future who we just nickname him the Shadow because he's always hiding in the shadows. His real name has been revealed in one of the books. I'm not going to say what. And he is, it will be revealed again. Then we have another time traveler who is his best friend, who is an assassin. Her name is Slayer, and her one duty is to kill the Man of Nothing. So right now she's letting the Shadow have his way with manipulating time and taking away his victories and trying to destroy the guy and make him suffer. But eventually she's going to step in and just stab him in the throat or just kill him, basically. Yeah. I mean, and I've had these characters have been created since I was in elementary school. Okay, so right there, I have notebooks and notebooks of stuff with my crappy handwriting to prove it. So
sounds like me, because I remember when I was in the 12th grade. Of course, I was in that whole special education thing, and on the very last day, seniors' last day, I left because I created this entire story. And if I go back now and try to read it, I know it's going to be like I'm the most illiterate person today. But I digress. On the very last day of seniors, I left her with a cliffhanger. I just, boom, left her with a cliffhanger. Because that's what I did with everything. Like throughout the week, I could go, stop. And then the teacher in question, I can't remember her last name for the life of me now. Just, I'm going to hold you over so you can finish it. And I'm thinking, yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then after I got out of high school, I started doing. This was before I got a computer. This, of course, was before computers and all this.
Right.
Typewriter. I created these like typewritten stories. All they were like these character ideas. I got like 3 of them. One of somehow I hit 188 or 288 pages even with each.
Wow.
And yeah, all it is like a short little bio. This is the person, this is what they do, and all that. And then I would just, and it would go like 3 or 4 pages, and then I'd change the character. I'd say this is another character in all this.
Right.
And I need to grab those old things and put them on a disc, because it's like, and the last one I'm only up to, 36 pages, 86 pages, I forget, but I know. It's just something I did. I mean, I was just boom, 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 boom. And
that's what it is. I mean, I created things when I was a kid, and I'm making them into reality.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other projects that I did, like, despite being terrible at drawing, I did create some type of cartoony characters that will eventually be getting their own book. And there will be other, like, all the stuff that I created in my childhood that, will probably eventually be out there in some type of capacity. But I'm just basically trying to make my dreams come true. And these characters are part of the sci-fi novel that I leaped into. And in a way, this is good for me, too, because it's like...
It's therapy.
I'm learning how to be a better writer each time. Yeah. So I'm leaking these characters from the sci-fi, and I'm building them up. And I treat books like a comic book, where to me it's like an issue, but it's not. It's like 200, whatever. Some pages are 100, some pages 260, whatever. But the thing is that I treat it like a comic book where, all right, next issue, next book. But these characters, like these, I cherish these characters, and I want them represented right. And when I try to put them on the cover and people can't get it right, then I'm like, well, that's the most important thing.
It's like, it's like, it's your dream. And I don't want to sound, I know how it's going to sound, but you've got this certain way you want it. And if it isn't hit like 100%, it's like, come on. Right. How, I don't want to explain how a clock is built to tell the time to you folks, but.
So my thing too is it's very frustrating because, again, despite the majority of it being the manuscript, right?
Yeah.
I will never release this book, ever, unless I get the cover right to my thing. Ever. Like any book I've done. Like, I'm not going to put out maybe I might bend with certain things, but, I can't. At the end of the day, I don't want to have this feeling that I have to go back and fix something. Once it's out, it's out. Because, again, people don't understand, too, like, when you do a book, you have to proofread your own book.
Oh, yes.
Like, I don't know how many times. And you get to a point where you hate reading your own stuff.
Yeah.
It's like if you were forced to reading your favorite thing, then it wouldn't be your favorite thing anymore. Like, I literally have to read my manuscript over and over. And even though it's done, once I get the book, I have to read it over, the author copy. I have to make sure that that's right from the one I accepted. So I have to check everything. So again, it's a fun process, but then sometimes it's not fun. And when things go wrong, they go horribly wrong. So again, I'm not blaming anybody, but it's just that a lot changes in over 2 years. And when you're doing a book, you got to make sure you know what those changes are. You know, like I said, with the economy, we used to get like a whole bigger quantity of things. And then when the economy, we get less and less. So just like with the book, I may have had designers and illustrators and everything. Don't have that no more. Then all of a sudden it comes up, you have to pay for that more. And I'm like, why does it cost me more money than it's ever did before for a book, even with 50% off? So it's something that after this book is done, I'm going to have to reevaluate things and seeing, do I really want to put myself through, is it worth it? You know, put myself through all this crap again just to get my book out, or is there another option? You know, and unfortunately, I don't want to take another option, but I got to be happy. And right now I'm not happy at the moment because I feel that after so many years, you know, I should have better backing with certain things, and people should, you know, make things clearer before they sign you up, you know, I mean, whatever. So that's what's going on. I'm happy to see what Christine has for me. And I already have the title of the next book. I already know what I want to do for the next book, but I'm not really going too crazy with adding stuff to it because I just want to just get this done. I want my 100% focus to be on getting this finished, you know, and that's that. So Perfect Wish, my 12th book, hopefully will be out in 2016. And I'm well aware of the statistics too, that people are like, oh, there's been a Tomorrow Song book every 2 years. And if I don't have it in 2016, it breaks the cycle. But, you know, sometimes I don't pay attention to certain things like that. But okay, you know, yeah, all right, I'll get it out. But there's other books from other series that will be out eventually. We'll see if it takes another 2 years for the next book. Maybe it'll just be the sci-fi, and, you know, boom, there you go. So that's pretty much it for the Perfect Wish talk of the books. Again, I'm not trying to sound like a defeatist. You know, I'm not trying to sound like depressed. I mean, I'm not looking like crap, and I'm not bearded or anything. I don't look like a schlep or whatever. I mean, I am, you know, it's just that there's a lot of things going on in the background, and my main focus is the book rather than the podcast, which I said this was going to happen, where I was going to be slowing up too. So I do apologize, but once the book is out, the podcast will continue as normal, and maybe it may even happen sooner than you think. You know, I know a lot of people have come to me, they want to talk about politics on Topic Wonders. That's an interesting thing because usually Topic Wonders has just been sitting there for a little while. Yeah. We did some things, but now people have interest. They want to speak their opinions, differences of opinions. Okay. I know that, you know, Star Trek, Real Trekkies cast is going to have some interest because we got some Star Trek Discovery news. Yes. I know Horror Cast is going to have some interest because we got more horror news. And of course, we're going to try to experiment with different shows. You know, we got the Walking Cast also and stuff. So, and eventually I want to create new shows again.
Yeah.
So, as far as members goes, not all our members are on at the same time lately, but that always changes where, you know, you could see everybody pop up from a while, you know, they're still here. So eventually I want to try to get everybody together, you know, when it's calm, and we could just have a big full-fledged cast on things. Maybe when Doctor Who comes out, we could have a nice big Real Whovians on the Christmas special.
Yep.
Try to promote that. Maybe if we could do Power of the Daleks. We could try to get some class casts out. I got to do with Connor and Louie. I just saw the second part to that two-parter. So I'm getting caught up with class. I got one more episode to go, I think, for now. And then I'm up to date. And then I want to do Primeval Cast with Louie. I got to do that, too. I want to get into Westworld because I haven't had time. I want to get caught up with Arrow. I want to get caught up with Legends Tomorrow with Flash. I mean, I did see what happened recently.
Like I said, Alchemy. Yeah. I saw that. And
I'm aware of what's happening in Flash, my kids, but I want to really, really get caught up. So it's just a matter of time.
Supergirl was real interesting.
I'm caught up with Supergirl. Supergirl is amazing.
Yes.
I'm loving Supergirl.
I mean, I saw that, and the twist they did with, I won't say anything, but the twist they did with that character.
Cyborg Superman?
Yes, that was.
Yes.
That was.
I loved it. I really can't wait to see her with Arrow.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know they show little clips, but I'm really wanting to see how they work together because I'm hearing that Arrow is kind of not too crazy about her, I heard, at first. So I'm really down to see that dynamic.
I don't want to sound crazy, like xenophobic or something. That's probably how he feels a bit. He says,
it's probably Damien Dark, what happened with that, super powered, it's unstoppable and above his league, and I don't really want somebody that I can't take out. Like I guess, you know?
That's exactly how.
That's probably what it is. I mean, a lot of people died, and he feels helpless.
I am wondering one thing: if they're going to cover the red ring, the red lantern ring, anytime soon in their in Supergirl, because I know that's probably further inside.
Well, I'm wondering too if they're going to do. We have the crossover now, but I'm wondering if they're going to have a crossover in the second half.
Ooh.
Like that, maybe a shorter crossover with her and Arrow and Flash without Legends Tomorrow, or but I'm thinking that somehow they're going to have some more.
I agree. Legends is good, but they're sort of limited somewhat with the Legends cast.
I just want to see her with Arrow for a little bit, just even without the Flash, just because
they did that whole Flash and Arrow team up a couple of seasons ago.
And even the Arrow and Flash and Supergirl, but I want to see Arrow and Supergirl rather than. Yeah. I mean, I want to see Flash and Supergirl, but just Arrow and Supergirl, just her and his show. That's what I want to see, or maybe him in her universe or something. And I know they keep teasing Batman over and over again in Supergirl about her cousin teaming up with Batman. So something's going to happen with that. We're probably going to see Batman show up in Supergirl, probably if not the next half of the year, then probably next season.
They're probably waiting until.
They probably don't have permission yet, because some things they're not allowed to show Superman a certain amount of times.
Yeah.
So.
Because I remember with the Lois and Clark adventure, they couldn't even show the Batmobile. And the guy who played Riker and his real life wife, they made a little joke about it. Says, "Yeah, we're real batty about this car." I forget what episode it was from Lois and Clark, but I do remember them saying that.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. So that's the personal stuff out of the way. Hopefully, we'll be back with another podcast tonight. If not, happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and hope to see you on Sunday. Take care. Bye for now.